Tra-la-la-la-lo. 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 Why is my nap type strict? Nah. We could have some problems here. We could have some serious fucking problems here. Oh, no, we ain't. Okay, that's good. Normally, whenever my nap type is strict, I'm like, thick. Yeah, because it's so shit. Itchy forehead. Yeah, I was like, what has you been? Why has you been so bad? You know? Outpost, kill confirmed. Dragonov. Shit, I ain't got Dragonov class. Oh, fuck. Credit class, what the hell's this? Primary, assault rifle, time 99, none. Rapid fire. Rapid fire, what? Can you turn a barge fire gun into a normal fire gun? Because if you can, that is pretty ledge. Okay, I have no idea what that one was about. Oh, snipers. Please don't let the gates out while I'm in here. Impact. Yeah, thermal. Woo. Woo, thermal. Yeah. Woo, yeah. Oh. No! Well. Anyway, how's everyone doing? Bringing back COD, MW3, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. And, I would like to discuss the sheer genius of geniuses. Let's use this gun. Is there any volume? Nope, no volume. What on here? Hello? Nope, it's just me. Yeah. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, just had to ask a quick question. But yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, geniusness of geniuses. And what I mean by this is how someone has the ability to think outside the box. And I know I don't mean like just in the case of like riddles, like you think outside the box in a riddle, simple as, you know. But no, I don't mean that. I mean like someone has the ability. Oh shit. Bastard. Like someone has the ability to create something new. Like obviously the very basic invention in the world, like the very first invention, or like what people assume to be the first, was the wheel. Like a caveman got a rock, smashed a few rocks against it, and then it made it like a curve edge, and he found out that pushing a circle was easier than pushing a cube. And for his time and generation, that would have been an epic discovery. Just purely because of the fact, like, it's something new, and from his time generation, he's thought outside the box, and it's like something new for them. But whereas now we have like all the fundamentals of stuff. Shit, I'm gonna die here. And like prior to our time now, we have now got the ability to like communicate on the other side of the world by getting our message there in about, I don't know, like under a minute, under even like a few seconds. We can transmit information from one side of the world to the other. And you think like back in the day, it would have taken several days to get a letter from one side of town, sorry, from one side of the country to the other. And now we have the ability to transmit information. I'm gonna die here. Fuck. Yeah, with the ability to transmit information from one side of the world to the other in a matter of seconds or minutes, depending on like obviously connection and stuff. And it's like, who was that bright spark to, I don't know, try put together pieces of technology that gave him the power to do that? And it's like, whose mind is able to work and see things from another perspective? But obviously you can see from another perspective, but like, he had nothing to work from, you know, like, obviously the idea of, say, alright, a new car. The initial idea is there. Like, you got the car, you got all different types of cars, like different horsepower, different engine types, run on different fuels, and all stuff like that. So he's got the groundwork there. He's just got to build on what he's already got. But some people come from nothing. Like, whether it be just a theory it comes from, whether it's like well, fuck. A minute. Yeah, whether it's just like an idea, and they then take that idea forward and then build on it from no background, or they just say like they have an image in their head, or they have a goal to achieve, and then they just work on that and then evolve it and develop it into something that only they could have ever thought, that was only in their head. They had no grounds, no blueprints, they had nothing to promote it. It just came all of their own back and out of their mind. Shit. Alright, fuck you. There we go. Got him eventually. And yeah, it's like, these are no ordinary people. I mean, they must have, like, for instance, you get a footballer who's amazingly talented. It's innate. It comes from them. It's just natural, you know. And it's got to be the same, but if not rarer, to find someone who has the ability to, like, think out of the normal thinking pattern. Wait, I've got an itchy head. And it's that ability to just conjure up something from nothing. I mean, obviously, yeah, people who build improvements and stuff, that is still incredible. I mean, that takes a lot of thought processing. It's not as simple as you think, you know. But the people that one-up them is the people that think of something completely new, like original, one of a kind. And what I can't get my head around is how someone, or how our species has developed to create people that can do that sort of thing. I just personally find it incredible. I'm gonna die. Bastard. Yeah, sorry. I lost my track of thought a little bit. Throw that down. Yeah, and it's just like our species has developed from someone clashing rocks together to create fire, to someone putting a few metal objects together to create the ability to communicate with people around the world. And with like the current state our country's in, like, we always hear all the bad stuff, like teenage pregnancies, binge drinking, homicidal attacks, stuff like suicidal occurrences, and stuff like that happening. It's like our once great evolvement has appeared to decline into, well, the reverse. We've gone back a stage in development. We're now turning on each other with cause like, shit, he's a nice stand, isn't he? Bastard. Yeah, we've gone from developing into a fantastic like species with all these new creations, these new ideas, and now we're turning on each other and destroying what we spent so many years trying to create. And I don't understand the people's reason behind it. I mean, we have such great technology, such great, like, healthcare, stuff like that. We have the knowledge of everything. We have the knowledge of so much stuff, even though it's insignificant, can't pronounce the word, insignificant, to the size of the world and the universe and everything that's in it. It's like completely minuscule compared to that. But what we do know, like, is a massive benefit for our nation and our, like, civilization. Is we have the ability to like, have an upkeep of the entire population, just human beings as itself, as our species. We have developed and created a world in what basically we can survive in, what we can adapt to and live in. And personally, I just think it's incredible. I think I've got my volume turned down. Oh, what the fuck? you up, turn you up, turn you up. Hopefully that isn't too loud. Okay, it's not too loud. And yeah, I just think from the beginning we had nothing, and now we've amounted to so much in kind of what seems like a short period, well, not a short period of time, but from what we have achieved, it seems like an amazing accomplishment in my eyes. And this was all brought to me, like, it all got me thinking about it when I can't remember where I was, but I was asked to think of like a new idea, kind of like design something new, and then like how it's going to work, what you're going to put into it, and all that. Like basically coming up with just a new product. And I was sat there thinking, and I couldn't think of anything ingenious. All I could think of was like thermal underwear, and not like the kind of like sport thermal stuff, like literally. What the fuck? Like literally. Fuck, that's embarrassing. Like literally, it just generates heat. So literally, it's just warm all the time. Mate, you should look at your radar. That would have picked me up. Yeah, like, I don't know, made by like neurons colliding constantly in your underwear, and it just generates a lot of energy and warms you up. That was the greatest thing I could think of. Oh, shadow. And I was thinking, all I can think of is that. And I've got people inventing ways to communicate around the world, ways to cure world hunger, cure cancer, stuff like that. And I'm like, I'm a fucking idiot compared to these people. What have they got that I don't? And I thought it had to be something genetic, like some part of the brain has to have the ability to, or it has to be different in people, that allows people to see things in a different perspective. Like, what the fuck is that emblem? Like, say you look at, like, you get the arty people, they look at, I don't know, something fucking retarded, like, I can't think of something stupid. Graffiti, that's one actually. Like, for me as a teenager and someone who likes that style of art, when I see graffiti, like the spray paint on the wall and that, I see it and I'm like, yeah, that's pretty cool, that's a nice drawing or whatever. Whereas to someone else, they'd look at it and they'd be like, that's just plain vandalism. I guess it's just the way our minds have developed and how we see it. That's all I can really think of it as. And I think it's the same about how people see world. Like, they something will trigger something in the mind, and it will make them think like, this is that, this could be that, this could be like changed into that. And I don't know, it's just really hard to describe because it just sounds like I'm repeating myself constantly about it. But yeah, I don't know. And it's the evolution of man. I'm going to link back to that, but how it's come from, as I said, clashing rocks to be able to create fire, and has now moved on to creating all this like sciencey technological stuff. And it makes me think, what is held for the future? Oh shit, I don't want that. Will we continue to develop? Will we ourselves develop from being what we see as human and normal into something we would first consider as a creature? Maybe our genetics will change and our appearance will change. Maybe we'll all become X-Men kind of thing, you know? Like maybe we'll get our mutation in our genes and it will cause our physical appearance and attributes. Wow, you changed. Stop fucking calling me, man. Yeah, I reckon down the evolutionary line, our personal characteristics will change, and like physical, like how we look will change, and our attributes, like maybe we will develop the ability to like breathe underwater, or our genetic enhancement we'll be able to run faster, we'll be able to naturally learn how to speak different languages fluently, kind of thing. Well, that's what I'm hoping will happen, mate. And it does seem far-fetched, but it's going to sound stupid as well. But like in X-Men, it's all based on like evolutionary, like how the genes have changed and mutation occurred. And when people say mutation, they just assume bad things like chronic diseases and like things like Alzheimer's, retardation. When really a mutation is just like a different form of something before. Like a mutation in science, like when a cell mutates, it's just changing form. It's like changing its genetic coding. Yes, in medical science, that is generally bad. But what's to say that it won't one day become a benefit towards us? Like, what's not to say it will enhance us as a human species? It will change like how we act and just other factors like that. How did he sponge out? And that's what I'd like to see. I'd like to be able to go into the future and just see how the human civilization has changed and modified its genetic what's the right word? Its genetic build, I guess, or structure, and then just how everything has changed. I think that would be an incredible thing to experience. Haha, Assassin Pro. But at the same time, we could also, because we get like the development of nuclear weapons and like the development of the atomic bomb, products like Agent Orange and that, and obviously they are basically cause for mass destruction of people, mass destruction of races, buildings, areas, stuff like that. And another possible outcome is, I reckon, something will be developed so strong that from some sort of freak accident, maybe not freak accident, maybe just someone derived with power, but they will unleash their invention of like mass destruction and inevitably terminate human life as we know it. And if that does happen, then that will completely suck ass. But I mean, the possibilities are endless. People's minds, used for good or evil, can alter so much stuff in our world. And I personally am hoping that, well, in my lifetime anyway, in the future, all evidence of like my existence and my opinions will be erased. But just shit, I'm gonna die. Oh fuck, I fell down. But yeah, I just reckon the ability to end the world isn't as far-fetched as we know. There are people probably that have the knowledge to create something so devastating that it could have the impact to destroy the world or chunks of the world. Because like they will add them theories about the what's it called, like the neuron collider, I think it was, when they're trying to crash two atoms together, and everyone had the conspiracy that it was going to destroy the world. But with the physics of everything behind it, stuff like that can be explained to show how powerful, like how much of power we have at our hands. And to be honest, it's quite frightening to think of some of the people in the world, how the outcome will turn. Drop that. Like, it's just people abuse what we have and are more than likely gonna, the idiotic people, that's how I see them, the revolutionists, the extremists, they're gonna be the ones that cause this country, well not the country, but this world to spiral down and theoretically implode on itself. The death will be the cause of our own doing. And it is true to say, like, man's worst enemy is himself, pretty much, because eventually we will, if we have the development of such power, we will go corrupt and just try to use it, like, to exploit our enemies, to exploit certain things in this world. And in my opinion, inevitably it will be the end of human civilization. I just personally think man's own greed and idiocy is what will cause man's own destruction, and it's something that I've always thought, that the death of us will be our own fault, because it's just how story goes. Like, so many great happenings and stuff have been caused by minute faults. For instance, Adolf Hitler, when he was, I can't remember what part it was. He controlled Poland, controlled pretty much most of Europe, and the Americans were going to attack another part of the world. But basically, what happened, as they were on their way, they were close to German territory, and the Germans instinctively thought that they're there to attack them. So they then thought, okay, we can take the Americans out quicker than they can, like, react to us. So Hitler ordered an attack. So the war started between Germans and Americans, and then obviously the American president, like, approved of that. Like, who's going to approve of that? So he said, alright, you want to start a war, I'll send my men in. And inevitably, Hitler's own greed and impatience and, like, reacting too quickly to something eventually caused him the death. If the Americans never would have joined, I don't reckon the British and the rest of Europe would have been able to hold him off. He would have been too strong. And he caused his own failure, pretty much. And, you know, it's just kind of stupid, but man's greed, egotistic, he thinks he's stronger than everyone in the world. He's basically, absolute power corrupts absolutely. The saying says itself. He was corrupt, led to his own downfall. But hopefully man's idiocy won't be the end of civilization as we know it, and hopefully, well, until I'm dead anyway. After that I don't care, because I won't be there. But hopefully they will see out the right thing. So I don't really know how to end this off, but the idea is, with so much power and so much technology and the ability to advance so much in this world, what I'm basically saying is I hope that they take it for the right reasons and focus on the right reasons and excel and evolutionize into the right things. So on that, be out. See you later.